Hello from Finland! So in today's video, let's talk trash about Finland. What I mean by this is let's discuss Finnish policy on the recycling of the trash in a country. For the capital area, we have a provider of this service called HSY, or Helsingin seudun ympäristöpalvelu, which means that it is Helsinki Region Environmental Service Authority. So basically they're responsible for taking the trash from the houses and shops and managing the recycling system. They also actually, I think, providing the water and many other things for the city. But we're going to talk today only about the trash policies. So I'm going to show you how we separate the trash in our house. So here we have biojätte, or like biodegradable trash. Usually it's a paper bag, so it's biodegrades as well. Here is a sekajäte, or a mixed waste, basically the trash which is going to get burned for our electricity, so they produce energy out of that. Then here, this is like just our silly system. Here there is just some paper bag from some of the shoppings we did somewhere. Here we wash and fold all the carton, and there is some more carton which doesn't fit there anymore. I think here we have some bag with the batteries. It's just a random bag, but like this is the batteries I need to take to the shop and return them. There's like a big stash already. So here you can see as well that like the trash has been washed. This is the package from the grapes, now it's drying. This is the package from the sauce, it's drying as well now, because that goes to the carton waste. As soon as it's dry, we're gonna take it to the trash house. And this is not all, this is my little helper, Sebi. So here is the other part of our trash. Okay, this is basket for the bags, which we are reusing them for trash. So here is our other trash station. So this is for a plastic waste. Basically this is plastic packaging which is gonna get recycled, and if it's a package from something, you have to wash it properly, dry, and then put there. This is just bags from the package which came yesterday. Here is a paper waste which goes for recycle, and this other one here, I don't know, it's quite dark to see. Can you see? This is glass, and glass jars and the metal jars. So actually I forgot to mention one more place where we keep the trash, which is for recycling. So this is the cabinet, so Sibi doesn't get in here because this is our stuff. And here is one more bag. It's just a reusable grocery bag. And in here we keep old medicines, something that has already expired. There are like Sebi's like paracetamol and like some drops and like pastilles for the throat, but they expired long time ago, so you cannot use them. But you cannot throw them in a normal waste because, well, especially if it's antibiotics, you cannot just throw them in any normal waste. You need to return this to the pharmacy. So this is how our trash house looks like. Our household is quite small, so we don't have a diversity of the containers. The bigger is your household, if you have like a condominium with like many flats, they usually have way more of the containers. And Sebi is preparing to throw the trash. So here we have biojätte, or this biodegradable waste. There are instructions what goes in where and how to do it as well. This says kartonki, this is for the carton. This is sekajäte, or a mixed waste. This is for keräyspaperi, so this is for a paper. There is actually instructions in English as well how to do it. And this is muovipakaukset, so this is a plastic waste, and there are instructions how to do this as well. So here is another example of the trash house. Basically it doesn't have any house. This is this kind of trash bins, but doesn't
let it not fool you the size of this thing, because actually this is just like a cover. There are deep holes underneath it, like sometimes it's 2 meters deep, and there is a big bag. And when there's a special trash machine, I think it's a Moloch company who does this, it comes and they pick up the bag. So this is a bit bigger household. So here they have containers for glass and metal, which we don't have in ours, and they're usually all locked with so nobody brings their own trash to their household, because they pay per kilo for their trash, or per liters. I don't know exactly for which is what. This is bio waste, general waste, mixed waste, and then paper, and then cardboard, and they also have here a new container for the plastic waste. So we made it now with Sebi to the shop, and usually next to the shops, like to the big ones, there is this kind of big recycling areas. So I'm gonna show you one by one what is for what. So this is for glass. Since you notice that we don't have the glass container in our household, so we have to bring our own trash here. So this is glass, this is for metal, this is big container for a carton, another one for the carton, another one for the carton. So it's all the same. This is for paper, maybe it says keräyspaperi, muovipakkaus or a plastic packaging. This is both for plastic packaging. This one as well. So these ones are a bit more interesting, because those are for clothes, shoes, and there are instructions what can you put and what you cannot put. And the thing is that the clothes has to be all washed, all mended. If you have any holes, you have to fix them before you put the things there. So those goes for the second-hand shops afterwards. So there are some second-hand shops you can bring in, donate it straight there. There are some shops where they basically share this kind of system. So you put clean clothes in a plastic bag, you tie it, then you open this like that, you put the package there, and then you close it. So I donated quite a lot of Sebi's clothes and my clothes, and then we bought a lot of things from second-hand shops for Sebi as well, because he needs a lot of spare pants and shirts for daycare, because he gets really, really messy. So this is a normal plastic bottle for the water, and here you will see this kind of sign. It says, can you focus? It says 20 cents. So you can get 20 cents for this bottle from this kind of automats, basically. Себе хочешь положить ее туда, дырочку? Достанешь? Нет. Давай мама тебя поднимет. Все, поехала бутылочка.
Куда она едет?
На переработку. Смотри, 20 центов. 20 cents.
I think it deserves a separate explanation about this panti system. Is that when you buy bottles with the soda, beer, I don't know, any of the soft drinks, some alcoholic drinks, they usually have the price on the bottle, which called panti. So that usually varies from something like 10 cents to 40 cents. And when you return them back to the shop, there are special automats in the shop. You get the receipt which states how much the shop now owes you. So you can go and cash that check, kind of that receipt, and get the cash for your work of bringing the bottles back. So actually there are some people in the city which make it their business. So they go around the city with the huge bags and check some trash bins. But for me, it was actually a shock when I came here that like there was a party in the park and people were drinking beer and sodas, and then they finish their drink, they come to the trash bin and they put it next to the trash bin. And I was like, oh, that's really nasty. I was like, why can't you walk like 2 more steps and put it to the trash bin? Like, that's not how you're supposed to do. And then a friend of mine said that actually that is a good way to do it, because there is going to be 100% the person who is going to come there with the big bags and collect those bottles and return them to the shop to make some money. And if you did put them in the trash, you would have to make them trash dive. And sometimes when these guys are trash diving, they are not trying to make it clean. They just throw things out and they take what they want and they leave, so that makes even more mess. So if you're in Finland, you finished a can of soda, just leave it next to the trash bin. People will come and collect it. Or, even better, take it yourself to the shop and get the cash back for your bottle. But yeah, since in Finland there is not so many natural resources and there is not so much land, I think people learn to do their best. Like, you cannot have these endless landfills of trash. Like, you have to learn how to manage your waste. I think this is so cool. I have never been lazy to walk, like an extra 100 meters or whatever, wash my trash before I actually throw it, like a plastic package and stuff like that. I think I'm so happy personally to be a part of it, that knowing that my family, we are doing our best in the situation. You cannot take your old cabinets or sofa obviously to the trash house in your own household. We had the situation, I think we had lots of foreigners living. We lived in an apartment building and we had a lot of foreigners living there as well, and they just brought like old sofa to the trash house and just blocked the whole thing. So for that you can actually get fined. Your household can get fined for that. If you don't have a car, an opportunity to take things yourself, you can call to this HSU. They have a website, I will link it below, and they have it in English, so they actually can come and pick it up for free for you. And plus there is basically a lot more information about what to do with what kind of waste. If it's a broken electronic device, you can take it basically to any electronic store and they're gonna recycle it for you. I think in Finland there has been like a really strong culture about recycling and being very careful with the resources and the waste that this country is producing, because it's a very small country. And I really love it and respect it so much. So like, I think one of the things that I love in Finland the most is the trash recycling system. You might think it's funny, but like honestly, when you know that this trash will become the energy and this trash is going to become a soil, or like this metal and the glass, they all gonna go in a proper way and produce new metal and new glass, like you have this sense that you are part of something, that it's not gonna be a pile of waste, because even in Europe there are still countries who just pile things in all together. I don't think it's like all around the Europe, at least when I was traveling back then, like that was not a thing. So it always makes me feel sad when I'm standing somewhere abroad and I'm cooking and I have this can from the beans and I just have to throw it to the normal trash. Like, it hurts me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was interesting somehow. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and I see you next week. Bye.